I gotta go. Know who he is. I know who's controlling Kanye. The red pill's a hard one to swallow, but it's one that you need to swallow now. He's gonna take over everything if we're not careful. Continue to bring you updates when I find out more. For now, I gotta go off the grid.
To those portable CD players that you wore on your hips.
Yes, we had the things you would put on your ears and you press play on your tape
and you had
recorder.
to walk around like this so the disc wouldn't skip.
I had to rewind my VCR by hand, and you would
Exactly.
include me with Gen Z.
You had to
I was
put pencils
there.
in there to wind them back. Tell me that's Gen Z talk. No, it's not.
when I
for the
turned on my
rewinding of the
TV,
VCR, okay?
when I turned on my TV, it went.
Wow.
See.
Alright, watch, mine's gonna be faster. Let me tell a joke to make sure the audio's in. Noah, laugh regardless if this joke's funny immediately, okay? I saw Austin laugh. That's the joke. See, now you'll know exactly where you have to line this up.
And then I'll forget, and I'll be like, did I laugh 3 seconds after or 3 seconds before?
And then Austin will line your audio up. Austin, laugh in 3, 2, 1, go. Laugh.
That was a good one.
You laugh just like Luke does.
That's both of our fake laughs.
Gentlemen,
He adopted it from me.
Already wasted 35 seconds of our viewers' time.
We haven't started yet. Ready?
We already.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Brown Nosers podcast. Tonight we're going to be talking about, are you stronger than a 5th grader?
No.
Is
it a
Rachel
review prep?
getting my haircut? Absolutely, I prepped.
She's not. It's not gonna happen.
Kanye's villain arc. Reiko's
Yes.
Silas haircut. With pictures. And the current legal troubles that Noah is in after a sexual misconduct allegation from his brother.
Oh yes.
I think I was the one who was sexually misconducted against.
Conductized.
It can go both ways.
I was victimized.
He countersued. He said you started it, and it's your word against his. 2 white males going at it.
They're both right.
It's like that time old question: if you're trying to rape each other, at what point does it become consent?
Oh, immediately. If it's counter rape, yeah, you're gone, dude.
Yeah.
You hit him with the reverse Uno card.
I wonder if there's a study on the art of counter rape.
No.
I bet there is.
Okay, so all studies are run
guarantee
by
it.
colleges, right? So
Yeah.
the college, you're like going to whoever's the person who's like, I don't know, is in control of that stuff, and you're like, I'm really wanting to do a study, society, what's it called? And you're like, I'm really just trying to see a counter rape. Can we get a counter rape victim in here? They're like, what?
A counter rape victim
What do you
victimizer.
mean? Go on Reddit?
Okay. Bets now. Has there ever been a reported case of counter rape?
I do
you
remember
get the
hearing
workshop?
one story where this man broke into this woman's house. I don't know if it was to steal her or sexually assault her or whatever, but she ended up kicking his ass and tying him up in the basement and then using him as a sex slave.
So that's how you basically counter rape.
Yeah, basically. I guess that's the definition of it.
Okay, I don't even
Yeah.
think this is officially a term. We might have to conduct a study on this ourselves. I'm not-
Patent pending.
How do we do this without... Why would you patent that? Trademark? Copyright? What? How far are we taking this?
Hold on, I gotta see if it's a term.
I'm
Aha! Urban Dictionary has it.
No, that's...
Okay,
don't know if that's where we should be getting
let's
our
go ahead and
information.
read this out, okay? Counter rape. Counter rape is when you hold on, this is spelled completely wrong. Counter rape is when you are in a rape situation, but in your own defense, you take control and rape them harder than they attempted to rape you.
Dude, it's like you turn the tables on somebody in prison. You're like, you look nice, boy. And you're like, so do you, boy.
Put up that computer, Carl.
That's probably the most viable situation I could be in. 2 dudes.
100%.
Yeah, you know what? That is fair. The question is that a criminal offense?
Yes, criminals cannot
No,
consent.
because at that point it's consent.
No.
it's consent.
Stealing a stolen item is still stealing.
Criminals
Or you just
are not
transferring
allowed
ownership.
to consent to sex. At least in the federal
What?
system where I worked.
So
What?
you took away their rights, then, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Down with the tyrants.
If a prisoner and a guard do the hanky panky, it's considered rape of the prisoner. So they can get out.
What about a prisoner and a prisoner?
That's double rape.
And the wise words of Solomon, it cancels out.
Yes.
Yeah, a negative plus a negative is a positive, but a positive plus a positive is a negative, and rape plus rape equals consent.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Well, obviously,
we
if
here on the Brown Nosers podcast,
Yeah.
we ask the
We
difficult
tackle
questions.
hard problems.
Yeah, we also get canceled.
we haven't yet.
I mean-
Not
Probably.
yet. If we're still here by this episode, I'll be impressed because of the plans I have for this one.
Oh no. Last one was pretty tame, I
As a
think.
CEO, I don't know.
Yeah, besides all the misogyny.
Yeah.
that was just funny
but
though.
We
Rico was in.
we had
Rico was in.
estrogen to balance it out.
We had a woman. It can't be sexist.
Yes, exactly. She was there of her own free will, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
There was no me telling her that she's coming over for a movie and then dragging her. I've got the studio set up.
Oh, welcome. You've already got it rolling. Sit down. Sit down.
The old
She's
bait
like,
and
"Where are
I've
switch.
got some questions I want to ask you.
Okay, so my main bit for this evening is: are you stronger than a 5th grader?
To all our 4th graders out there, you're probably not. But you might be.
No. Okay. Here's how it goes. If you were to get into a fight, and there are 5, let's make it more fair. 3, all right, of each age. If you had to fight 3 3-year-olds, could you win? Obviously. 3 4-year-olds, easy. You're throwing these bad boys down, all right? What about 3 10-year-olds?
Yeah.
Austin,
Yeah, I
could you
think
take...
that'd be
Yeah.
pretty easy.
All right, 3 12-year-olds.
Yes. I think we're
yeah.
we're smoking them.
We're
all the way
we're-
up
we're
to
smoking these bad boys.
15 or 16.
3 16-year-olds, Austin. Could you
3
take
16-year-olds, that's where it can start
You're starting
going
to get
either
into,
way.
Yeah.
Who's
You're starting
It
to get
depends
into-
what 16-year-old. 16-year-old The Rock Johnson, 3 of those guys? Hell no.
16-year-old football players
Yes.
over
No,
3
you said your
16-year-olds.
average Joe Schmo. Silas at 16. I was like probably what 110 pounds.
See, the first one that comes at me, I could kick him in half, just completely.
Exactly.
Just one swift kick. Every rib in his body is broken. Then the second one, I grab his skull, and I crush it with my hand. Just one hand.
You use it to skull fuck
just
the
like
other two.
Just like Austin's dog. Austin's poor dog. Noah grabs the dog at 2 years old, just brings him out like a wet rag.
Three 16-year-olds, like, you know, if they're, you said average, but what really is average? Odds are one of them is going to
5.1
be
inches.
on the wrestling
Yeah.
team and a lineman for football. Some of the
one's on the
16-year-olds
wrestling team,
I went to
one's
school with were
athletic.
huge.
Yeah, at the time, but not like compared to.
Yeah, we talking like 16-year-old Tyler. It's like-
That dude's built like a double wide trailer, dude.
My time, like,
He was
like
running.
yeah,
my
like
brother-in-law.
Dodgers Tyler.
Well, he was
Yeah.
not that big back then.
What did he do? Start taking SARMs?
I think he started taking McDonald's.
He started taking quick creep.
Bro,
McDonald's.
if McDonald's is a secret to squatting 675 pounds for 10, I want it.
No, he just worked out, but he got injured, so he couldn't.
Oh yeah.
No, did you ever like completely like run into him? I ran into him at full power trying to get him out of the way, and I completely ricocheted. He didn't move a millimeter. I
I
was like, ah!
I flattened Tyler. I flattened.
You flattened everybody.
what's-
You flattened.
Yeah, I flattened Issa.
You flattened Issa. You flattened me, and I barrel rolled over top of you and got my thumb stuck in your pocket somehow during family
That
football.
was the weirdest sex
pulled your
position I've
pants
ever been
down.
in. Yeah, it was like
He pulled your pants
I
down
was
for the
like
second
crunched
time
like
that evening.
this. Austin's on top of me. I'm sitting. All of his weight is directly on
Yeah,
my
I was like 10
spine.
feet away. I was looking, I was like, oh. And it was like slow too. Like you caught it and you were like teetering over. You're like, oh.
Old man falling.
Head first.
I think probably my all-time favorite is when I caught that. I ripped that ball out of Costner's hands. When it was thrown to me, but Costner got his hands on it first, and I grabbed it and ripped it, and just like pushed him up in the air with one hand and walked into the end zone with him.
Well, Costner might be 6'9", but he's also 6.8
He's definitely an
pounds.
Evan, and he's got that Evan build.
Indubitably.
Yeah. How heavy is Evan? I gotta figure that out. I gotta get my call a friend.
Probably like 160.
I mean, for like, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"?
Alright.
For being
A buddy,
that tall.
taller than me.
so I'm thinking about. Actually, I'll save that because that's incriminating. we'll do that in the Patreon version.
In the bonus episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to start doing bonus episodes.
But Noah, are you, and Austin, what about 3 18-year-olds?
See,
50-50.
Like, I would say 3 18-year-olds is where it gets to probably not. Like, yes, there's probably. Wait, is this men and women? I didn't even think about that. I'm imagining boys. If it's 3 18-year-olds,
No, this is all men.
and one or
taking
two of
that
them are
one.
girls,
I'm
easy.
imagining boys.
Easy.
I'm using that.
Yeah, I imagine boys. Damn it. I always incriminate myself. The FBI's just watching. They're like, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Sooner or later, he was going to say something. Now, what about 3 21-year-olds?
No,
Nah.
probably no.
I could. I
I'd
just
still
have to
give
hit him
it
with
a
my
50-50.
observation hockey.
Like, are
I
they
close my eyes and
like
feel
half my size at least? Like pygmy 21-year-olds?
me.
What's the?
You-
No, I couldn't take 3 of you. Probably.
No.
Probably. You're like, never say never.
Maybe
There's
back
still
when
a
you were
chance.
like 145 pounds.
I'm pretty much there right now. 145.
Just lying to
I
us.
put on a few. I put
Three
on a few
people's a
scoops of
lot to
peanut butter
fight.
since then.
And I've never fought that many people, like throwing hands, just wrestling. And you don't win.
Wrestling's way worse. Wrestling like against multiple people is impossible.
Like grappling,
Maybe you
yeah.
could just do like urban Detroit defense dude and just like dance in circles around them and shove them into the middle
Isn't it
and they just
Urban
start-
Detroit Defense?
fight
Isn't it this
themselves.
right here?
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm
heat on
talking
you.
about the guy with like the Bluetooth headset.
Yeah. No, it's not Bluetooth. It's what's the carnal bone? What do they call it? Where they sends vibrations to his skull to notify him of enemy positions.
I think those
I
are
mean, what-
good
what is
ideas.
this?
I want one.
All right, everyone, let me hear your best impression of an Apple text alert
I'm a
vibration.
vampire.
Hold on.
What is this?
If I just turn my phone off as silent, we'll get one. Never.
That's like it's vibrating on the table. Watch.
Yeah,
Alright.
Oh, the vibration? That's it?
Quiet. I need complete silence. Ready?
What's your
Bit, dude. My editor is going to have a hard time trying to figure out what to do with this.
It's all
like,
going
leave
in,
it-
baby. Okay, let's
leave it
give the
as
people
is.
some content. Let's talk about something that's actually worthwhile.
Well, did y'all bring anything to this?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you.
Alright,
I can tell you
Austin,
about
Austin,
my week.
Tell me what you got.
Never lead a normal life.
No, or he's just gonna be an absolute Chad.
Probably
Maybe.
more normal than a transsexual.
Maybe. Yeah.
Noah?
Fair point.
Drinking a Truly, bro. How low can you go? How low can you? You're like, I'll never drink a flavored drink. And he's sucking those bad boys down.
It's
Yeah,
Raycos.
justifying. Yeah, sure. Now he's like, it's my girlfriend's, I swear.
It is. It's my girlfriend. I swear.
Yeah, sure.
Only real men can
Blame the
drink
pants thing on
girly
Solomon.
drinks.
I'm drinking
now
a
that
fine
I'm-
wine. All right.
You think I
What's
got
more
money to afford that?
respectable? Yes, you have a what is that? A $900 Surface Pro behind you? What is that?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can only afford Trulies.
2006
That's like $25
Dell.
for a box.
Yeah. I see. I would have other alcohol, but I bought the Surface Pro, so now I don't have alcohol.
Well, I'm more impressed that you're not doing liquor, and you preferred something over liquor that's work related. So that
Well, I'm normally not drinking during the week, but podcasts I make an exception because I have to find a way to talk for an hour.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
luckily it's not you. The three of us usually do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I've got to
Sometimes.
lower my intellect to speak to the other hosts.
Exactly.
Dang.
Wait, you're lowering your intellect, Silas? Were you lowering your intellect also? Or all three of us just lowering our intellect to have these conversations?
Look, I'm drinking a fine wine, wearing PewDiePie merch,
Yes.
my headset. See, I got everything.
What if
I don't have to lower
We
my
could
intellect
talk about
whatsoever.
something, I guess,
We have to
substantial.
like this.
Let's talk about the funniest thing that happened this week, and probably the most shocking to everyone. Kanye Ye.
Stealing my best.
shocking? Yeah,
Kanye's
stealing
villain
mine.
arc.
We probably all came to the table with this one.
I have not
can we not
laughed
talk
that
about
hard.
this?
I was trying the whole time to defend him. It's like, yeah, he's got some good points. He's got some good points. And then all of a sudden he's like, and now it's time to call up Ned. Hey, Ned, what you doing? We gotta control the pace. He starts, and you can see Alex Jones just sitting in the middle like this.
You know it's bad. when-
I've
when
never
he
seen Alex
speaks.
Jones speechless before, and Kanye had him speechless.
But his getup was already wild.
I was like, oh man, that's kind of Nazi. There was really
I
no other
love
word for
Hitler.
it.
Look, the whole thing is I've been watching like, all right, where's the turnaround? There's no way he's gone just completely batshit crazy. There's gotta be like a reason for this. And one thing is like the whole trying to cancel the Balenciaga deal and Adidas deal. I was like, what if he's doing this to try to do something behind the
What
scenes?
if they
He's like-
are
they're
actually
like-
bad?
No, they probably are bad. But I'm saying that. What if it's because he said he was trying to cancel like a $8 billion deal, and he's like, what's the best way to do it? They're like, we can't just quit out of it. But what if they fire him because he just says, what's the worst thing you can do? Go on Alex Jones and talk about how much you love Hitler. Like he's thinking he's got to be playing something because there's no way.
He already
He
got
just-
fired though.
I know but
Before
he-
that, right?
He might be finishing
yeah.
the bit. It might not be finalized or something where he.
Do I want to get associated with a pedophilic company? Or publicly exclaim that I love Hitler? Which one?
Easy choice.
The lesser of two evils. No, he's
Honestly.
just gone off the deep end.
I think there's something deeper afoot.
I do too. I'm watching. Before I say anything, I'm just gonna watch. He's definitely saying like the worst things he could say, but it seems so. It almost seems too good.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
he literally is saying the absolute worst. Like, you don't,
Yeah,
you just don't jump straight to that.
he can't think of anything. He's
Yeah.
literally at home going, "What's the most racist?"
The only
shit I
thing
can
he
say
could
on
do
Alex
is
Jones
say that
tomorrow?"
he sexually assaults children. Like, that's all he could do to be more
Well,
cancelable.
he doesn't want to be permanently canceled. So whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna come out at the end and go,
Oh, they're
"All I said
freaking
was
out.
fake."
I can see all these media companies right now, like sitting there with their eyes wide, like, how do we cancel this? Like, he will not shut the fuck up.
Well,
He
Andrew Tate
keeps
already
saying-
proved that you can't actually get canceled.
Well, yeah, but he also owns his own like domains and stuff and payment networks. So they definitely tried, and he just kind of
Oh,
bounced
yeah.
back.
Well, it doesn't
and
matter.
Kanye's got the money to do it.
yeah,
Kanye's definitely got a few coffers
he's already
in the coin
bounced
hole.
back more than once.
Yeah. Oh, something else big that happened. The Twitter files that got exposed by Elon Musk.
Oh, I didn't
This
see
week.
these.
What? Yeah, I didn't see that.
What's going on here?
Please explain.
Basically, it was of course, the
Speaking of words, boy.
The Republicans are jumping on this shit because it's like exposed Hunter Biden and the fact that the DNC paid Twitter a boatload of money to cover up the New York Post article that was posted about Hunter Biden because they had the dirt on that dirt. I don't know why they didn't just like, oh, he's not part of the family anymore, but no, they had to protect him and kind of pay to cover his shit up, and now it's incriminated the whole DNC and Twitter and everyone else.
Yeah, the
So-
presidents.
Yeah, the Clintons were in there. Everyone was like, there's so much stuff that's stored up in Twitter, and now I think the whole country is kind of just panicking.
I can't wait
It's like,
for
uh-oh.
smarter people than us to sift through all that and get us all the juicy details. And
I mean, it's on Twitter. I think Elon Musk, he posted it on his personal account.
Good lord,
Well,
dude's like,
And then he
"Here
posted
you
it a little
go."
bit of pop. Yeah, he posted, "Here you go," and then a little popcorn emoji.
oh man, this is gonna be great in the next couple of months. Hopefully, some big people have to stand trial.
I would love that.
No,
Me too.
what they do is they get sent to jail before trial, and then they hang themselves in jail.
That's fine too.
The cameras
found-
went off. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Is that Nancy Pelosi?
The cameras went off.
She won't be there.
She walks down the steps.
You know, people
Your-
estimate she's got one of the highest
your life is
portfolios, like, of all
forfeit.
time.
You have failed us. No, Nancy, no. I promised. Nancy just that's how she's lived to be 407. She eats the hearts of all the people that fuck up.
Sounds about right.
I've been here longer than the United States has made. She's on signed the Declaration of Independence under the handle John Hancock. Nancy John Hancock Pelosi.
If you rearrange the name, it actually spells out
Can you
Nancy
imagine?
Pelosi.
That's the question of the day. How
I want to
big-
know that if Alex Jones was actually right about all this bullshit.
He's right about half the stuff he talks about.
Whoa,
Just
what's
time
your favorite
tells.
Alex Jones quote?
The frogs are gay.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
I can tell you, they're doing mass cold-like brainwashing. They're teaching 5-year-olds how to suck cock.
There's just too many to remember them all.
Burn the children.
And I never take any stock in anything he says until 10 years later, and it turns out to be true. But god damn, is it funny as fuck.
I love when he went on Joe Rogan. And
Eddie
he
Bravo?
got really drunk. Yeah. And he got super drunk, and Joe Rogan couldn't hold him back.
That's the funniest
It was
shit.
just-
Because he's a
yeah.
conspiracy theorist on Joe Rogan with another dude who's a flat earther, and Alex Jones doesn't believe in the flat earth.
Oh my god.
Shit always has me rolling. Seeing him and who's the other guy that they had? It was
It's Eddie Bravo.
Eddie. Was it?
Yeah.
No, who's the
Who's
Italian
no?
guy?
Yeah, the
Italian guy who's
hey
like-
cocksuckers, these motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's Monday, motherfucker.
That sounds like Joey
was him?
Diaz.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz, that's it.
Joey. It was Joe Rogan, Alex Jones. Who else was in the room? It was like all of like the most, I guess, attention demanding, conversation overwhelming people, and no one could hear a word that was said. It was just incoherent screaming the entire time.
Oh, that sounds
That's
awesome.
good quality stuff right there.
I tell you who's the worst about talking over people from interviews I watch. Because I'm a big...
By the way,
No. Yes, both of y'all motherfuckers. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to tell you about an astrophysicist. Y'all know who I'm talking about, or hopefully you do. Neil deGrasse
Oh, I
Tyson.
know it is.
Oh, yeah.
he's
The
some
honorable
I'm
Neil
too
deGrasse
intelligent for you.
Tyson. But that man talks, too, and he talks over people.
Oh yeah.
But-
you are far too
Goddamn.
stupid to understand what I'm about to reveal.
I know he
Now
he
I-
breaks
I
it down
actually
so
don't
a
really-
stupid idiot like me can understand what he's talking about.
I actually really don't care to watch that man. Like his stuff, he'll explain things that have nothing to do with him, and because he's considered like smart, he'll be like, "Oh yeah. It's all energy.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
energy."
like Bill Nye the Science Guy isn't actually a science guy at all.
He doesn't have any like. Degrees.
Yeah, he's got a bachelor's degree in something like economics or something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But hey, he got popular and he was the face, and now he's like, so he just gets this fact he pulls out. He's like,
Dude, he's
the Earth is flat.
he's still smarter than me, so it's safe to say that he's done more
the bar
research
isn't
than I
very
have.
high. All right. If you pulled up the Kanye, Balenciaga trials, you would be smarter as well.
Would I? I'd probably lose brain cells reading that.
if you got edumacated,
by somebody other
Dude.
than astrophysicist, a
Yeah.
PhD.
I can't really compete. All I have is random facts from YouTube and TikTok.
Dude, that's all you need, man. Pull some Reddit
Yeah.
facts out of thin air. That's where I think I got that
Yeah.
that woman who counter raped the home breaker, the burglar.
Yeah. Is this true? We don't know. Could it be? Absolutely.
If anybody wants to fact check me, feel free,
Yeah.
because I don't remember all the details. As in anybody,
We'll
I'm not
just-
talking to y'all
Hey,
two. Talking
we can
to
put
our,
it.
our
As
fans.
long
We can put it on Instagram and get free fact checkers.
Oh, true. Independent
My-
fact checkers.
Yeah, my buddy runs a meme page, and he posts like funny memes that are obviously jokes, and every single one of them gets flagged for false information. And it'll be like a guy screaming "Suka blyat" with a machine gun and then shooting it. And this
False
post has been flagged for
information.
false information.
Not even like
Thanks,
terrorism.
anything.
This is a keck meme for false information.
Damn, dude, Keck, that is old. That's boomer era.
I don't remember.
Did you watch the whole video of Keck? It was, I think the Internet Historian did one about Keck.
Keck.
Oh my
No,
god, he's
like
one of my
that-
favorite.
It goes all the way back to World
How's
of
it spelled?
Warcraft OG.
I think it goes.
KEK.
I think it's 4chan. I think 4chan is where it started.
Is it KECK?
KEK.
KEK.
Oh, the KEK?
Yeah,
it's like LOL.
It's the
but
troll
modified.
toad.
Online term with similar meaning to LOL or haha used, especially by gamer. So what does it stand for?
It was
So
a
it's like
Reddit
cackling.
meme. No, not Reddit.
This is saying it's just the same
4chan.
as LOL. Like LOL.
Yeah, it was used the same as
Everyone,
LOL.
there was a huge controversy behind it. Everyone thought it was like Nazi affiliated.
Bro, everybody
because-
thinks that. The Super S is apparently Nazi affiliation.
But
now.
who came up with this? Why is it a thing? Why KEK is harder to do than LOL also.
Yeah, but it was a World of Warcraft thing. Don't ask why. You'll never understand those people.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Yeah.
different culture entirely.
If you still play World of Warcraft, you should probably go start digging a hole to fall in.
It got a good fan base. I've never played it, but I could see how it's a great time waster. Probably better than scrolling through TikTok all day.
League of Legends.
Well, that's why we don't scroll.
You don't scroll. You just
League-
open it up.
League is for-
You watch the first video in your For You page and you shut it off. Discipline.
A man of discipline.
And then he closed out the app. And opens it again.
Scrolling is for
I've beaten
losers.
the system.
Only brookies scroll.
Yeah. Swiping is for women.
I do wish iPhone would bring back
Alex
the
went right.
home button because I miss being able to close out pages with that instead of having to swipe up and do all that bullshit. And
Bro,
I'm sure in like
what-
40 years when they release the retro
That'll make things any
iPhone.
easier. Whenever I open my phone and then I swipe up and I get all my things right there, and I'll swipe through whatever tab I need, and then I'll jump into it. That's so easy.
Yeah.
Why would
It's
you want
fine.
the old?
I can have
clunky
Pornhub,
number?
X videos, RedTube open all at once.
no,
can have-
that's all
No,
fine.
Instagram, everything.
That's
Why do you
it.
never post it though?
On TikTok?
On Instagram.
Why should I post on Instagram? I don't want
'Cause I'm
Mark
watching.
Zuckerberg seeing my life.
Oh, like he's gonna watch your life compared to mine.
The smoke.
This whole week, I've been trying to understand the meme Riz.
Riz?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
That
explain
shit-
it.
Riz.
That shit. Okay, I get it now,
That shit-
but that
Oh,
threw
we're
me
so
for a loop
old.
too.
We're
Okay,
so
Let
old.
me explain how this happened. I was at work and I was sitting there. And one of the fellow employees walks in to another employee, goes, "Man, you got the unspoken Riz." I was like,
Like
What
like
the
like
fuck?
Riz
What did
like
you
Riz
say?
crackers?
I was like, Riz, what does he mean? He's like, I just got that flow. I got the, I'm good with women. I was like, first off, you're gay. Second of all, no, you're not. Third, what the fuck is Riz? And then they try to explain it. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like this.
Yeah.
I
love what
I hate Gen Z for coming up with this stupid shit. That's your
I
generation,
know.
bud. Where are you?
Hey, that's yours
Where are
too.
you in the editing? I'm trying to
No,
point at
we're
you. Are you down
millennials.
there?
We're millennials.
Are you up there?
Me and Austin are millennials.
You're gonna be over there.
We lived in the last millennia.
Y'all aren't millennials. Y'all gotta be born in '95 or earlier.
That's bullshit.
97. 97 is the cutoff year.
I've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
You'll find it both ways if you Google it. But I do not identify as a Gen Z no matter what. And it's 2022 and I have the right to
I,
choose.
I don't identify as a I don't identify as a human, bro. Only, how far do you have to depreciate as a species to not be able to explain your own humor? Like, ask Gen Z to explain a meme, and they'll just sit there and look at you like, how do you not know this? Yeah.
We do the same thing with boomers, though, with like people older than us.
See, that was 94. Australia.
What's all that stuff in there? We're Aussie.
We're not Australian. He just typed in 1994 and the
I typed in 1980.
zoomed in on it. Oh, they'll never suspect this.
A millennial, okay. Zoom in, reference. Doesn't even focus. The question is, are you Gen Z or millennial? As you may think, defining the two generations is based entirely on dates, in this case, years. A millennial is anyone born between 1980 and 1995.
It's 97 is the cutoff year.
You just don't want to be in my generation.
Hell no,
I
we
can
don't.
technically.
Your generation is the worst.
Suck my balls!
To 2005.
Ugh. You gotta admit,
Gentlemen,
millennials
let's shake hands.
are the better generation.
No, millennials suck. I don't
No,
know a
both-
single good
okay,
millennial.
so-
Not as bad as Gen Z.
I complain about millennials and I complain about Z. I'll complain about
name
everything.
one good millennial.
Alex Jones.
That dude's not a millennial. That dude's a boomer. That dude is a crustacean. That dude
Andrew
is
Tate.
fossilized.
Andrew Tate.
He's probably a millennial.
Okay, but like all millennials, they're either like
Focus, motherfucker.
they're all no. It's focused. I can see you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I can see.
There
that
we
with that
go.
fire
Now it's
cut
focused.
Developing. No, okay. So Andrew Tate. Think about all millennials in general. They're either on the far end of the spectrum of like, you're super sensitive. You're all about, how many mental health illnesses you have, and you're cum stacking. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you're Andrew Tate, and you're like, I won't do with anything less than 100 women per day. But there's no just normal, reasonable human beings.
Me and Noah, we're reasonable, we're normal, and we're millennials.
Yeah, look at us.
Millennials, you're
We're
Gen Z.
millennials.
We're millennials.
Gen Z, dude.
Would a Gen Z have a receding hairline like this? Okay, let's
Exactly.
ask ourselves the important questions.
Hey, you tell me. It looks like they do.
You have a point. You have a point.
Hey, you want me to get my brother on here?
No,
Hey,
Micah.
I got a
If
brother that pushes
Micah
the
is a
boundaries
millennial.
on society.
Micah is a millennial,
He's
100%.
Micah's a millennial.
Yeah, but Micah's a
Nah.
millennial.
He's got some time traveling shit. Micah is definitely a millennial.
Bro's like James May from Top Gear. He came straight out of the 1950s.
Honestly, Evan might be a millennial too.
Maybe.
Evan's he's kind of in that same boat.
I think
Micah's a
we're
bit
still
more-
decently in tune with the times.
Hip.
I was gonna say hip, but that would immediately
still,
disqualify
like,
me from being in tune.
Times, bro. It's gonna be rad.
Use
You
the
guys
word
want to
hip?
smoke a marijuana cigarette? Yeah.
I think
No.
that being a millennial is if you existed or if you remember a time where being gay wasn't cool.
No, man.
No,
being gay was
millennial is were you skateboarding in your teens in 2008?
yes.
You
I was
Are
11.
you a teen? You're 11? See, I don't. That's 11 is not a teen. You got to be 13. So
I had
I'm
I
talking
had
about
hair
skateboarding
down
out
to
of
here.
school.
Me
I had
too.
hair down to here. I wore black jeans, black jacket on my skateboard with my Vans, listening to.
Our Walkmans.
grade?
We had Walkmans. And then we upgraded to those portable CD players that you
like,
wore on your
yeah,
hips.
Yes, we had the things you would put on your ears and you press play on your tape
And you had to
recorder.
walk around like this so the disc wouldn't
Yeah.
skip.
I had to rewind my VCR by hand, and you would
Exactly.
include me with Gen Z.
You had to
I was
put
there.
pencils
That's
in there to wind them back. Tell me that's Gen Z talk. No, it's not.
when
I had to be
when
there
I
for the
turned on
rewinding
my
of the
TV,
VCR, okay?
when I turned on my TV, it went.
Why?
And then your hair starts
Static.
closer to the screen when you got too close.
Yeah, and then it would shock you.
Yep. You shock your little brother because he's being annoying.
Oh damn, Luke or Evan?
I think you're a millennial if you remember if you played Combat Evolved.
I literally played Combat Evolved, but
No,
it
you
was
didn't.
later. It was later.
no, like on
I
the
grew up with that
Xbox.
stuff. I grew up with every Medal of Honor. Why? Because we were poor.
Broke boys.
No, parents are like, game system? You cut down those trees with butter knives.
Silas, do you remember Dad? And Mom and Dad got us our Xbox, and we were all so stoked. And then like he's like, "All right, you start cleaning up." And then he like grabs the Xbox, he goes downstairs, and then starts playing Lego Star Wars for like 4 hours.
Oh
my God.
Now that's big dick energy right there.
Yeah,
All right.
it is. That's man of the house energy.
He
I
he
remember-
did this little smile right here. All right, start cleaning up.
No, the most traumatizing thing, y'all weren't letting me ever play Halo. Every time that I would try to play Xbox, because Salman, he can only really play Lego Star Wars. Every time I tried to play Halo 2, I was like, oh my God, let me have a turn, because it's, games were mind-blowing to me back in the day.
Yes.
And then y'all never, and I was like, Mom, the boys are never letting me play Halo with them. She's like, all right, we'll just take away the Xbox then. It's like,
Oh man.
that's not what I wanted. I just said let me have a turn.
Public enemy number one.
You know how long they took it for? Do you remember how long they took it for?
Like 6 months.
Oh my.
3 years.
No, I think what was
We
it?
got the Wii after that. Yeah, they didn't give the Xbox back for several years.
What? There's a hidden agenda there. They probably thought your games were too violent or something.
No, they just didn't want us enjoying ourselves in our childhood. And because of that, listen, Mom, because if you're watching, because you took the Xbox away, that's why I turned to drugs and gang activity.
Yeah. You went outside and you got on the streets.
Yeah.
That's why I got arrested.
Yeah, so they would do all that sheltering. I would have turned out to be a pretty decent person.
Yeah. You would have been a fat loser. They both would have been fat losers still living in your basement if you never took away that Xbox.
Yeah. And not
No,
only
I would
that,
be
they let the
mentally more
girls,
developed.
not only let the girls play whatever they want,
They stay up whenever
they
they
get
want.
to stay up
do.
and they stay up and play with them.
Dad plays with them and talks to them.
You know what we got? I would go in when Dad got home from work. And I was like, Dad, are you pooping or peeing? And he would go both. And that was the extent of our relationship for like 2 years.
Mine was, Dad, I don't want to eat this cake.
No, at least you got to drink with him.
I got to drink.
Yeah, he would give you beer, and you're the only one that got beer
yeah.
privileges.
I was like, Dad, can I have an angry orchard? He's like, yeah. We go sit down at the dinner table, and everyone else would be like,
he would
Oh my God.
he would start praying, and then Silas is like,
I turned to beer. And that's how I turned to alcoholism. That's how
Alcohol.
you get it nice and warmed up.
good times. I actually
Oh,
look back
shit.
on all of it, and I'm just like, I find it very funny and amusing.
Dude, it's
all
hil-
the dumb stuff that we had to go
It's
through.
hilarious, man. My parents wouldn't let me
It's for the best.
watch Pokemon when I was younger because it was
Yeah.
demonic.
It was
Yeah,
demonic.
but yeah, they just fed off each other growing up. We all had
Yeah.
the same rules and restrictions for the most part.
It's called an echo chamber of stupidity.
Right.
So I was allowed to play 15 minutes of Happy Aquarium every day.
And
What was that pizzeria game?
Poppy
Papa
Louise?
Louie?
Poppy Louise?
Papa Louise. Papa Louise.
That's still on
Bro.
Miniclip probably.
Those pizzas were traumatizing. I had nightmares about
Does
those.
Miniclip still exist? There's no
No,
way.
it does not.
Yes,
it does
it-
not.
yes, it do.
It got destroyed from copyright. No, okay, look at
checking.
it. You can open it up, but it only has like 10 games on it.
Yeah, I definitely was trying
They
to find
got-
some stuff
They
the other
got
day.
copyright nuked. They got copyright.
You gotta go to, like,
assassinated.
Newgrounds
Same with
and,
Not Dolloper.
Yeah, www.miniclip.com.
Bro,
You're so
what is
driving.
this podcast? I'll carry this podcast. So yeah, all my traumatizing events. Here, I'll just have my arm around whoever's watching. Yeah, all my traumatizing events growing up. It wasn't the best, but it turned me into the man I am today, and I got to be thankful for that. I gotta be thankful I didn't turn out like Noah.
What? That
How do you justify having a?
I'm just thankful you went through.
Listen, man.
You went through trauma and
You're
your
gonna
own
you're gonna
gender.
eat those words. You're gonna eat those words.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You remember, you're my.
brother.
Okay, so I just opened up mini clip, gentlemen.
I did too.
And I
Yeah, how many games are on it?
4.
Play a game.
okay,
Play a
okay.
game.
Look, all right, ready?
Play a
We
game.
have what's new. Make a Wish Foundation.
That one's my
Not
favorite.
a game in sight. It's like a news page.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they get copyright assassinated.
There's a games tab, and
Yeah, but
there's
you open it up, I'm
there's
pretty sure
hardly
there's, like,
anything
2
here. There's
Well, you
three.
wanna
yeah,
play-
it's got iPhone games, bro. What do you?
There's
you're playing,
only
what is
3
it, 8 Ball
pages,
Pool?
and there's 3 games on each page.
What happened?
They got assassinated. They saw all the Sam's Club pizza fucking laptops logging in. And they're like, are we getting hacked?
I can't
Me
believe
and
it.
Hudson?
Every single one of our users is from Sam's Club.
It's just me, Hudson, and Micah. Just fucking,
Ooh, the true millennial, okay? The true definer is if you played Walmart games
Oh, yeah.
when your mom went shopping.
Hold on. Let me.
oh, what do you mean? All the time. Even now I do that.
Where's my
I'll walk into Walmart
Are
and be
there-
like, oh, they
are
got
there-
a Switch shop?
This was.
Do they still have games? Do they still have controllers
Nope,
in
they
there?
don't. No, they don't.
There's a Switch in there.
Ah.
This is me in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call of
the
Duty.
Neck, bro? No, looking up at those TVs.
Yeah, your
drooling
neck
on
would
my own
hurt.
shoes.
Your neck would hurt so bad. You're like,
Bro,
that's why I have
what do you mean
spine
drooling on your
problems.
shoes? I couldn't sit down. Were you sitting down? No, I didn't sit down.
No.
The length of the little like bungee that it was on is like
No.
like inch long.
No.
You like grab the controller and you put your feet up on the glass and you lean back, it's holding yourself up.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
That shit.
God.
If that shit didn't die out 10 years ago, which it hasn't been a thing for like 10 years, it definitely would have died out during COVID.
Well,
Everyone-
buying games in person is really wrong. No, can we? Okay, this is something I wanted to talk about. Can we talk about classism in Walmart?
Classism.
what do you mean?
If you go to Walmart, you're the Walmart class.
Walmart's practically the Wild West. Yeah.
No. So you know how good an area is by walking into their Walmart. Okay, I learned this
Yeah.
the hard way. So our Springville Walmart, the city over from mine, whatever, town over from mine. You walk in there and there's a person there. Hey, how are you doing? You know, they don't even check your stuff on the way out. They're just a greeter. And there's no, extra security. You walk in, you buy your stuff. Nobody even watches you, like checking out your stuff or whatever. And you just head on out. Everyone's just cool, whatever.
Sure.
The Center Point Walmart, next to where I work, you walk in there and they're like patting you down, metal detector. And then you walk in, you get like sanitized. There's these huge walls, so you can't enter the Walmart until a person that's standing there is like, welcome. And then the walls goes and open up, and then you're allowed into the Walmart. I'm not talking doors; these are full-on glass gates, like an amusement park.
I'm gonna need
okay?
pictures of this.
I want to have an insider's review when I'm gonna do a video, just like
Sounds
hold
like
my
a
phone
prison
here.
camp.
What's up, man? But I walk in, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I just want milk. I go get my stuff and I start to head out, and I go to the self checkout, whatever. And lady's like, over there. The point's like the most open one. I was like, thanks. I go
it sounds
sit
like
down,
Target.
and the lady like stands like a foot and a half behind me, and she's. She watches me check out my 1 gallon of milk. I put it in. She makes sure I pay for it, and she's like,
What do you mean you 1 gallon of milk? We know you're getting 38 packs of hot dogs going down that conveyor
I
belt.
yeah, she didn't see that. I hid behind the milk.
Oh, sir, what do you know? What do you need all these wieners for?
It's glizzy night,
Your
baby.
goddamn business. I just grabbed her with one hand and started choking her. Be thankful it's not you.
The wiener bandit strikes the Centerville Hospital, the Centerville Walmart.
I got a cart full of beef wieners.
The
Yeah,
Wienerville
that's why I
man.
keep loaded at all times. If anyone tries to stop me, I start sweating. This is gonna be the day I gotta pull on somebody. I gotta drop this Walmart employee for trying to check my bags. Hey man, can I just check your stuff real quick? Absolutely.
Yeah, as soon as
96
as soon
packs
as he
of
bends
16
over,
pack.
as soon as he bends over, you just like grab him and shove him into the bag and close it.
You're next.
Sleep now. I think
Slumber, little
the
one.
original Wiener Bandit was actually Solomon, because he would always take off everything he was wearing from the waist down.
Yeah, and go get the mail on his tricycle.
Yeah, that's a man you gotta have respect for. He's like, fuck these clothes. Adam and Eve, they were losers.
That man hasn't been a part of the system since 2004.
When he was born.
2003. Honor that man's legacy, okay? That dude, though,
To be honest, I've never seen somebody break so many addictions in my life.
I
Like,
think
oh man, I'm gonna get completely addicted to Adderall. Okay, I'm done. Like, it was just, there was no. You're like, huh? It's like,
you can just
I'm gonna
stop.
do meth. Okay, I'm done now. It's like, well, does that not suck? Well, yeah. Like, yeah.
Well,
Some people
the
just
one
don't
I'm
have
trying to see if he's gonna break down
addictive
a cigarette
personalities.
is-
No,
wanna
he's
see
got an
if-
extremely addictive personality. He
Oh,
just
yeah, he gets
can
addicted to
stop.
everything, and then he can.
Some people
Yeah.
just have strong
He
willpower.
he was telling me a great story about when he found out that he was an alcoholic, and he was like, "Oh man." I was like, oh, my girlfriend's coming over. I gotta drink some alcohol or have some kind of substance, or else I'm gonna be really boring. But then he opened up a bottle of wine and he started to drink it, and then he was like, oh no, if somebody comes home and sees me drinking a bottle of wine at 9 a.m., they're gonna think I'm an alcoholic. So he went and hid in the bathroom and started chugging the wine, and then I could see he just like stopped and he like sat there and he looked down and he's like, okay, this looks bad.
What have I done?
All right.
Every time I just think of that Anakin Skywalker, like sitting there, like, what have I done?
Yes, that might make him an alcoholic, but it really just says that he was in a very unhappy relationship.
Oh, this is with his current girlfriend.
Oh, if you need to drink at 9 a.m. to stomach your girlfriend coming over, I got something to tell you, buddy. She's not the one.
Yeah, that might be a.
No,
you
I
know
completely
what?
get it because I had massive social anxiety. Funny enough, until I stopped drinking. So I would drink to get away from the social anxiety, but then when I stopped drinking, I realized I didn't have
causing the
social anxiety.
I don't have
I have
social.
social anxiety. I need a drink.
I don't have social anxiety, but I get social
It's like
burnout.
Julia going in
If
for
I'm out
alcoholic
for
sale.
longer than like a couple hours with people, and it's not all people, but it's a lot of people. If I'm out with people for an hour or two, then I'm just done. I'm ready to go home and get myself out of that environment. Alcohol,
introverted.
every drink of alcohol adds on like 30 minutes, which is probably not healthy.
That's why he's out there for hours. Ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen.
I'm out there for 11 hours.
Noah, I just thought something. What if said person, Julia, what if she actually is feeling some kind of illness, but it's the side effects of all the drugs she's taking to try to combat this illness that they can't figure out what it is?
Who's Julia?
It's totally possible.
Like,
Who is this person?
wait, I can't rat it out. We'll let Micah
yeah.
do it when he gets
Well, what's
in.
the context?
Micah.
I missed the context.
Michael will go to. We'll go. So
She-
there's
she has POTS.
self-diagnosis.
That's always
of
great.
illnesses.
I'm crazy. I have manic depressive disorder and bipolar, and I'm ADHD,
Yeah.
and I'm also
Or
self-diagnosed.
autism.
I'm just fucking
Self-diagnosed
stupid.
autistic.
Self-diagnosed autistic. That's someone that we know.
I'm self-diagnosed.
Are they a
handsome
viewer?
with Riz.
Yeah.
Viewer, we would love to have
I
you on the podcast.
highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And even
Yeah.
if that would be funny though. Okay, I will grab my ex-wife and bring her on the podcast.
Your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, you know what? That would be
I'll
funny.
have her on one side, Reiko on the other, and then we'll just.
Bro,
I'll like put my arm
the
around
devil
both
on
of
your
them.
shoulder.
And Solomon in the middle.
Yeah. No, can you
That'd be so-
imagine? Okay, so I've tried to
Submissive
talk to
Japanese
Mariah-
girl and then extreme feminist.
Yeah, so I tried to talk to Mariah several times, like about just random stuff, trying to see like what's her opinion on it, to see like what she. Does she watch this?
She does not watch this.
But she could. Or somebody could
I can
show
promise
it to
you.
her.
I'm gonna read off a message I sent. Okay.
Her friends
That's okay.
could not live through the first 30 seconds of this podcast.
Of this one, no way.
That's why I give all the racism and sexism first, so that we can get rid of all the weak people.
Exactly.
Okay. Can I read this with your permission? No.
If
Send us
you
up.
can read.
No. So can I?
As,
do I have your permission
as
to read
long as
this?
it's not like private information, we're good. We're in the clear.
Let me do a quick proofread.
Well, while he's proofreading that, me and Noah are gonna play rock paper scissors.
Okay, I've already read it.
All right.
Okay, so
Two can play at this game.
The dogs are coming out,
Here's
baby.
some free content, you freaks.
bro, what is on your foot, dude?
A tattoo.
How'd you get your foot tatted? What is that? I can't see what that is.
I can't get a good angle, bro. This is hard.
that one of those Spanish Mexican
Sí,
masks?
Dios de la Muerta, señor.
Ah,
¿Dónde es
sick,
tu
sick.
calafabrelito?
All right,
Mi
so
amor.
I just wanted to see what she thought.
Tacos,
okay? I
nachos,
just wanted to
burritos,
see what
hot
she thought.
dogos.
And this, mind you, it took her 3 months to respond to this, and she saw it like
3
5 minutes
months?
after I sent it. That's how she hates me. Like she hates me. Hey Marmar, I have a question and I want to know your opinion. If you could change anything about the world or the laws in it, what would you change? And I put it as a very open question because this is after she posted something on her story that was like, destroy humanity, start socialism.
Destroyed men.
Okay, so she'd say, you got a year because it's a long list. Basically, I believe that the worldview under which we subject ourselves is entirely fabricated based on nothing but humans' whims and ambition, completely changeable, and in need of a desperate rethink. We have a hyper-masculine way of looking at things that ultimately undermines not only femininity, but masculinity itself as well. But our people are cut off from themselves, intentionally kept poor, underfed, and physically grateful for our oppression. So quite frankly, I'm ready for anarchy. If only so that the collective can actually get the opportunity to decide how to live rather than the world's best marketed slave state. I was like...
I would
What?
like to ask her about some of that because some of that needs a little bit more unpacking.
I did ask.
She's got a couple good points.
Yeah.
Like I can actually
There's
see
some
where she's
interesting-
going.
Oh yeah,
but
100%. Some of the stuff is pretty,
Yeah.
you know, like you said, feminist.
Yeah.
But not all feminists isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's the extreme ones. I
No,
want
yeah,
to
it's
punch in the
nothing-
fucking throat.
Yeah, it's when you start trying to jam it down my throat without even me asking. That's when it becomes like
you know,
it's like vegetarians. If you say, "Hey, Noah, I'm vegetarian. Can we go somewhere that has like a non-meat option?" Sure, dude. Let's go. Let's do whatever. But if you're why are you eating meat, Noah? Do you understand what happens to those chickens and those? Yes. And I want more.
Silas,
why do you beat women, Noah? This
Silas, you remember
I do
my
it because I'm not a feminist.
you remember my girlfriend that I brought to Thanksgiving, Veronica?
Yeah.
She's a vegan. Did you know
Hell
that?
yeah.
Because you didn't
No,
shove it down your throat, and it's not fucking annoying.
If I was eating ham, slobbing down every piece of food on
Staring
the table,
her in the
she's
eyes.
Like, that's a dairy product sauce. I'd have been.
No, fuck no.
Silas has had a
Yeah.
bad track record with like I think specifically my girlfriends. I remember.
What does that say about the women you date?
That Silas takes him out.
For my brothers, I
Yeah.
have my high standards.
So
I think Waco-
so high standard
I
that he
think she
chuck
might
slammed
be
my
right.
girlfriend into a table.
What?
Full on,
Yeah.
she was mounted up on him. I don't even know how this happened.
She tried to fight me. She's like, I'm more masculine than he is, right? Let me take my headset off to show you exactly what happened. So if you can hear me, we're like wrestling, whatever. I'm just kind of playing around, This is my brother's girl. I'm just kind of, keeping my hands at a safe, proper, respectful distance. And she thinks, oh, this guy's a fucking pussy then. Jumps up, grabs me by the fucking neck like this. And I was like, all right, you want to play like a fucking man? And I just slung her, and she just head over and just slams down. I mean, I wrecked this lady right in front of Noah. And she's like, oh, and she's like laugh it off. And Noah just,
I wasn't even mad, bro. I just couldn't believe what I just
You're
seen.
like, I've been wanting to do that
And
for
then
years.
well,
And then-
like she, when she hopped on my back and she just got me into the proper hold and she was just like, all right, get up, whatever. No, she's great. And I was like, all right, it's fucking on then. I have 7 seconds of air left in this brain, and I'm planted. So I'm about to do the maddest rotation. The last time this happened, it happened to me, and it was by Micah. I tried to get Micah to a headlock, and I know this trick works because he put my head straight from the temple into what's Dad's like extension thing, the spine extension, whatever.
The spine. Oh,
the table. You know that fucking table?
the inversion table.
Yes. Yeah. I jumped up and grabbed Micah and I was like, "You're gone." Me and Micah are about the same weight at this point, and I was pulling, and Micah just goes, "Yeah!" and throws me, and my head just boom. And that's honestly probably the reason I am the way I am today.
Yeah, that's the reason you're so
All
retarded.
that head trauma.
Yeah. Like seriously, I hit that shit so hard. I would just lay on the ground going.
I love
wasn't fighting. I wasn't
the
doing
post.
anything.
Oh, I'm fucked.
I was just. Like when you punched me in the back of the head at Thanksgiving.
Where's the blood?
For a few seconds, I was like.
Insert
like,
clip here.
Where am I? I mean, do they have the in the clip? Does it have me getting slammed in the back of the head? Mm-hmm. I hope so.
There's a video.
That's some high quality shit.
Yeah,
Our beautiful
there's a
editor.
video of me and Silas fighting. Yeah.
Remember, this disclaimer: this was not a fair fight. Noah has 60 pounds on me.
I was using my left hand only.
Hey,
I think
that's fair and square, bro. My right arm is no different than my left arm.
Well, you
I'm
be
not
the
built
one
like a
that
crab.
decided to fight Southpaw.
Hey, no, I just wanted a heavy jab the whole time. The problem is both our shoulders were crossing over each other, so I could
Yes.
never get any good swings in. I only got one good swing in the whole freaking time. And you kept hitting me in the nose, you kept hitting me in the eye, and I was like trying to look out for my back eye. I was like, trying to see where the punches are coming from with the inside eye. And then that one hits me. Boom.
Well, it's the only time that I could hit you is when I ducked, when I ducked under your arm and came over
Yes.
because your arm was in the way all the rest of the time.
I kept punching and then come back up, punch, come back up. And I kept trying to fake. I would like swing up and then come down, then swing up and then come down.
I was
And then
just like jabbing the
just
face.
not even like reacting to it. Like I'd stop and you'd be like, I would stop and you just swung down and nailed me in the brain stem.
It was. We need to get 2 sets of gloves so we're not playing poor man's boxing.
Bro.
And all the time, Mom was like, "Boys, please stop."
You guys
Don't
could have
hurt
called me. I
yourself.
can't remember what I was doing, but I got all the gloves. Here's one glove. Oh, yeah. Here. Oh.
Are those 8-ounce?
They're all in the. They're in the back of my closet. I had to pick up my.
Go
those 8 ounces?
smoke Luke right now.
Yeah, that's a great
Oh,
idea.
I want to.
got some pent-up
I want to hear the
aggression.
scream.
I need to get out.
I want to hear the scream. I want to hear the scream.
All right,
It's gonna be
gentlemen.
great.
He's gonna
Wait,
walk up
quiet,
and
quiet.
You know, Luke actually can throw hands.
Well, he's
called
he's not
ICBM.
gonna see this one coming.
What if he's ready, dude?
All right, go for it.
Uh-oh.
Open the door.
It's the worst. now Luke knows he's coming.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Listen,
I heard Luke.
listen.
Bro, come on. Beat his ass. What if Luke just comes out like in his frame and just like whooping
Like,
Austin's ass?
Austin's whooping his ass.
You couldn't find him?
If he's with his girl and Austin bitched out just because he was with his girl, I'm gonna be angry.
Yeah.
What?
You should have punched this girl.
I did. Luke didn't scream.
Oh, I
I
didn't-
knocked out Luke
I
in the
didn't
first
hear
hit.
it.
She was the one screaming when I kept going in for more.
You like that? You want what he's having?
No, that's something I want to watch. I want to watch because me and Noah's fight is going to be pretty sad. It's going to be me trying my hardest to not get hit by Noah.
I'll
I
fight
might
Luke.
land a hit or two. No, that would not even be fair.
Yeah.
I said my goal is at 180 by Christmas and then by probably Valentine's Day, 190.
Well,
Okay.
I'm thinking about starting test
Well, guess what?
after Christmas, so I'm gonna be.
You want your hairline to be even further back?
Yeah, I want to look like Vegeta.
just while you still get drug
No,
tested,
me and
just
Micah
do
have the
Pearl
Vegeta.
hormones.
You're just going to go full
Huh?
power mode.
Just do Pearl hormones while you're still getting drug tested.
I'm not getting. Well, they can't
And
test
then
for
do
tests.
TRT.
Okay, why are you admitting this on air?
I don't know. It's all hearsay. Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Nerf
It's
for
it's
nothing.
content.
Nerf for nothing.
No, apparently you can just eat like 4 raw onions a day, and your testosterone will boost like through the roof.
Probably. That's a pretty manly thing to do.
yeah, you
It's like
won't
an
catch me
apple.
doing that shit.
I'm just gonna walk around like Walmart doing it, staring people in the eye. Now that's some Walmart shit.
Can you imagine? You think my breath is bad and you pull up on somebody?
4 onions in.
You gotta hit it with the 4x4? No, I want to watch Austin and Luke fight.
That's not.
So I'm
That would
pretty
be
sure
good.
y'all
It's
are
not a
similar weight.
It's not a fight. It's not a fight.
You're gonna run
Are you training, Austin?
Yes.
Have you been taking lessons?
All right, what about me and you? You've got better training. I think I have a weight advantage.
Are we just boxing? Or are we like
Just
going to
boxing.
the ground? It'd,
Just
it'd
boxing.
probably be pretty even. How many times have you gotten hit in the face
My
in your life?
internet just went out or something. I don't know.
About a few.
Yeah.
Few times ungloved and more times with gloves.
More times with gloves than ungloved. Well, we're
Yeah,
using gloves.
I've been yeah, but let's say the few times I've been hit without gloves. Were
How many
not very
times have you been
pleasurable.
punched in the kidney?
Probably once, honestly.
Probably your kidneys are pretty well protected right now since you've been.
What happened?
Fattening up.
Hell yeah, bro.
How heavy are you right now?
178 was what I was when I was last on the scale, but I was not.
Oh,
I was not. It
shit.
was not a naked weight.
Okay, well, my naked weight is 177, which means we're gonna be right neck and neck. Which means you're training and your muscles are more developed than mine, which means you might have an advantage. The one thing you don't have,
The Dorito.
I'm built like a house.
Yeah.
That's what we can do. Patreon people in the comments, who wins in a fight? Austin's taller than me, longer reach, smarter, faster, better training. What do I have? A receding hairline.
We're down to 2 viewers.
Yeah. Noah's internet just cut out, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? It is time to end the episode. Thank you guys for
Namaste.
coming out so much. Me and Austin will not be boxing within the near future. If we hit 1 million Patreon subscribers, we'll definitely set something
You're that
up.
scared? You need 1 million subs? Make it 4.
I mean, 4? Why do we keep setting these goals so low? We're gonna have like Noah buying in. Yeah, we can have a boxing match between me and Austin. The problem is, by the time it gets,
yeah, we're wrapping up.
We know we're closing up. We're closing up. By the time this fight comes around, Austin, I'm gonna be 200 pounds, so I need you to put some weight on.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna be 220.
Holy, can you imagine what you'd look like at 220?
Yo, well, you see my dad, so
Oh, yeah, but your dad is.
I mean, he's a little
Your dad's
taller.
built like fucking Mount Rushmore. I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. As for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you survived this long, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Good night, good riddance, and guess what? I'm not gonna say anything rude. We love you. Cue the
Fuck your
outro.
life. This is where the music plays.